Let me ask you a question that might make you a little uncomfortable. Have you ever felt that suffocating sensation of walking the absolute limit of your strength? Where, if just one more small thing goes wrong, your entire structure will simply collapse? There is an invisible line in the neurobiology of stress that separates temporary fatigue from an actual nervous system breakdown. Over the next 12 minutes, I'm going to explain the practical neuroscience behind this breaking point and give you 3 behavioral psychology micro-habits to halt the chaos and get your life organized, starting today. And our first practical step begins in exactly 2 minutes. If you wake up feeling an unbearable weight on your shoulders, a mental fog that prevents you from focusing, and a quiet dread about tomorrow, listen closely to what I'm about to say. It's not your fault. This isn't a personal flaw. It's your brain operating in pure survival mode, desperately trying to balance a load that has become too heavy for your biology to carry. You aren't weak. Your life just needs to realign with what is essential. According to applied neuroscience, when we live in a disorganized physical and mental environment, our brain remains in a constant state of high alert. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for self-control and decision-making, gets flooded with an excessive cognitive load that drains our energy reserves. Imagine your brain as a web browser with 40 tabs open at once, causing the system to crash because it's consuming too much memory. The clutter piling up at home, unresolved financial issues, neglected commitments. All of this acts as invisible noise, hijacking your amygdala. Do you know why your brain does this? Because it interprets the disorder of your space as an imminent threat to your well-being, keeping cortisol and adrenaline levels permanently elevated. And that is exactly the logic we are going to build together today. To stop this energy drain right now, let's apply our first micro-action, the habit of immediate order anchoring. In the 2 minutes following this video, go to the room where you spend the most time. Choose a single surface, your desk, the kitchen counter, or your bed, and clear that space completely. Remove everything that doesn't belong there, giving your eyes a single island of absolute order signals to your brain that the chaos has been interrupted and you have regained control. Now answer me this. Why do we wait for life to reach the point of ruin before deciding to change? There is a profound philosophy found in both Stoicism and modern psychology that warns us about the illusion of accumulation. We believe we can put off organizing our minds, finances, and relationships until a tomorrow that never arrives. But the physics of the mind works like pouring clean water into a glass full of mud. As long as you keep piling up tasks and unrealistic expectations, clarity will never be able to take hold. Neuroscience proves that discipline doesn't stem from raw willpower, but from the elimination of friction. When you impose clear boundaries on your routine, your brain reduces decision fatigue and conserves dopamine for what truly matters to your survival and growth. Realize that imposing limits on chaos isn't a punishment. In fact, it is one of the greatest acts of respect you can show yourself. Every time you choose to protect your peace, organize your priorities, and say no to excess, you are saying yes to your mental health, your energy, and the life you wish to build. If this reflection resonates with you and brings a little more calm to your heart, please take a moment to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. This simple gesture helps YouTube share this message with others who may also be feeling overwhelmed. And I'd love to get to know you. Let me know in the comments which city you're watching from and share a small habit that has helped, or that you'd like to help, bring more order to your routine. I'd love to read about everyone's experiences. Now let's talk about our second practical micro-action, closing the open loop. This exercise takes just 2 minutes, yet it can relieve a mental burden far greater than it might seem. Grab a sheet of paper or open the Notes app on your phone and write down 3 small, pending tasks that keep taking up space in your mind. It could be a message you haven't replied to yet, a bill that needs paying, a document that needs organizing, or even an item that's been out of place for days. Once you've made the list, pick just one of those tasks and resolve it immediately. It might seem like a trivial task, but there's a reason for the relief you feel when completing small actions. Our brains tend to keep unfinished business in a state of active attention, consuming mental resources even while we're doing other things. By completing one of these tasks, you reduce that feeling of something left undone and free up space to focus your energy on what truly matters. Over time, small pending tasks stop being just small tasks. They turn into a constant, almost imperceptible background noise that creates the feeling that there is always something left to resolve. This accumulation adds to mental overload and makes it harder to truly rest. When we begin to put our inner house in order, something interesting happens. The surrounding environment still presents challenges, responsibilities, and unexpected events, yet it no longer feels as heavy as it once did. This happens because our mind stops expending so much energy carrying around unfinished business. However, there is an important point to consider. We often believe that our disorganization stems solely from a lack of time or the fast pace of modern life. These factors are real and can certainly weigh heavily on us. Yet, at times, we also use constant busyness as a way to avoid confronting our own thoughts. Staying constantly busy can prevent us from noticing emotions, frustrations, or desires that were left behind along the way. Creating small moments of organization and silence doesn't solve every problem, but it opens up space for you to listen to yourself more honestly. And often, it is precisely in that space that true transformation begins. We allow everything around us to fall apart because keeping life in disarray gives us the perfect excuse to remain paralyzed. Do you know why your mind resists getting organized? Because the day your life is in order, you will no longer have excuses for not building your dreams and facing your deepest fears. Disorder has become your hiding place. Neuroscience shows that true restructuring of your life happens the moment you decide to act, despite the discomfort. Organizing your space and your habits is an act of courage for those who choose to step out of the role of victim in their own story. That is why our third micro-action is the most profound and liberating of all: building a nighttime sanctuary. Every night, exactly 30 minutes before going to bed, close out the day with a ritual. Turn off your phone and TV screens, dim the bright lights, and prepare your environment for rest. Write down just one single priority for the next day. By giving your mind this clear focus before sleep, you signal to your nervous system that the day is over and your life is under control. Notice how transformation is rebuilt through small moments of presence. A clean surface allows your eyes to rest. A resolved task stops the drain on your working memory, and the nighttime sanctuary ensures the sleep that restores your sanity. Organizing your life is not an optional luxury. It is the biological structure needed to keep you standing. Always remember this anchoring phrase: when you take responsibility for your internal order, the outside world loses its power to knock you down. If you feel ready to reclaim your life and build an unshakable foundation of peace and clarity starting today, make a sincere commitment to yourself and your journey. Write the phrase, "I choose to change," in the comments below. By typing these words, you establish a public intention of resolve and maturity regarding your mindset, inspiring others to do the same. Share this video with a friend, family member, or anyone dear to you who needs to halt the chaos before everything falls apart. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can continue walking this journey of self-discovery with us. In a world filled with noise, haste, and distractions, perhaps the greatest wisdom lies in learning to listen to the quiet whispers life offers us every day. It is in that silence that we find clarity, strength, and the courage to care for ourselves with greater kindness. Allow what is essential to guide your steps. Let it whisper the path to healing, peace, and balance in your life. Remember that great transformations rarely happen all at once. They are born from small choices made daily, always with awareness and purpose. If this video resonated with you, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this content with someone who also needs to slow down and rediscover their inner peace. And before you go, let me know in the comments which city you're watching from and the most important lesson you're taking away from this video. I'd love to read every message. Thank you so much for taking the time to breathe, reflect, learn, and find a few minutes of silence with me today. I hope this content has brought a sense of lightness to your day and inspired you to care for your mind and heart with greater tenderness. Stay mindful, treat yourself with kindness, and I'll see you in the next video.